In this in this lecture, we will be talking about Python arrays. Python does not have built-in support for arrays, but Python lists can be used instead. Okay. Uh, Now, arrays are used to store multiple values in one single variable. For example, uh, you can make use of an list, right? So let's have three different what we say items in it, and that's how you can create a list. An array is a special variable which can hold more than one value at a time. Okay, if you have a list of items, a list of car names for example, storing the cars in single variables could look like this. Like Ford, so it can look somewhat like this. Car 3 equal to BMW. Fine. Now, however, what if you want to loop through the cars and find a specific one? And what if you had not 3 cars but 300? The solution is an array. An array can hold many values under a single name, and you can access the values by referring to an index number. For example, if you want to access the elements of an array, you refer to an array element by referring to the index number. Let's say x is equal to cars 0. Now let's see what do we have in this variable x. So this is the value which we have got inside this variable x. Now the index of array starts from 0, 0, 1, 2. So on this index number 0 we have got this value. So this value has automatically got assigned to this variable, and that's how you can access any element of a particular array. If suppose you want to modify the value of the array, you want to modify any item of this array, what you can do? You can do it like this. Suppose you want to modify this first value. Let's replace it with Toyota. Okay, now let's see what are we going to have if we'll print this array cars. So in place of Ford, now we have got Toyota. Now if you want to find out the length of an array, so for doing that, it's a very simple function which you can make use of, that is len, length, for finding out the length of the car array that we are using here. So the length of this array is 3 because there are 3 items stored in it. Fine. Now how can you loop through an array elements? How can you loop through the array elements? You can use the for in loop to loop through all the elements of an array. Let me show it to you how. For x in cars. Okay, we haven't placed that semicolon after this, so that's the reason we are getting in the syntax error over here. Cars, and print the value of x. So this is what you are going to get as an output. So that's how you can make use of for in loop for looping through the array elements. Adding array elements. Now if you want to add something into an array, what you can do? You can make use of append function. So for doing that, you can make use of this append function like this. Suppose you want to add one more item to this array, so that's how you can do it. Now if you'll print this array by passing this statement, this is what you are going to get as an output. Similarly, if suppose you want to remove any item, what you can do? Pop is the function which you can make use of. So cars dot pop. Let's say if suppose you want to remove the item which is present on index 1. That's how you can do it. Okay. You can also use the remove method to remove an element from the array. For example, if you want to remove this Volvo from here, so what do you have to do? You need to just pass the value like this. Okay, we are getting an error over here. Why we are getting an error? Okay, because Volvo is not there. We already removed this item using this pop method, so that is the reason it here we got an error. We came across an error. So instead of Volvo, if we'll pass Toyota, I think we'll be able to get the desired output then. Yep. Let's print the value of this array, and this is what we are going to get now. Fine. This is it for today's lecture. Hope you enjoyed it a lot. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Bye bye.